What's up, guys? Jez here from Whiskefy, and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV. Jacob has his pink hat on. He's looking fine. Look at you go. You're wearing a hat these days.
No, it's gonna be fucking yeah.
That's fair.
What is that noise?
And Amber is pouring wine, so we're going to kick off episode 147. Introducing the special guests, aka the Fiends. Bring in Jacob.
You got the hat on too.
He's got that hat on, so we'll just there we go.
Oh,
one down.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Welcome.
Oh wait, does this smell like Pappy?
Yeah. It smells like Pappy and Court.
Oh, it doesn't anymore.
No, but like there's probably like $300 worth of book now. Someone will go and like lick that. It'll be worth money only because you spat it. How good was last week's episode? Love it. And bring in the beautiful JC, aka Jack in the Bottle, Gloucester Lane over here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, they all know who you are because it's not like welcome.
Right.
So
I've just decided I'm never going to shake his hand because he never goes to shake mine.
maybe like that.
Looks like we yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
double. Oh, there we go. Now we're all getting involved.
Okay,
Spitting in each other's mouths.
we've already done that. So.
Unless you didn't tune in the last week's episode.
I dribble in yours, you spat in mine.
Something like that. We'll pay big money for that. So, like,
I don't know.
what a way to kill a bottle of Pappy, eh? We love it, but firing off from, I guess, last week, we are doing...
So, yeah. Speaking of Pappy,
we are doing a episode on Blade and Bow, which is right here. JC's on the glass, but yeah, that's okay. We are ready to. Really hope it'll smash one day.
oh right, yeah, I broke one, didn't I?
He did, yes.
Well, I mean, I wasn't the one that put it upside down. That was you.
No, but the bottle just knocked over and it like
Landed perfectly well.
yeah. And Denver and Lily actually reposted the video, which I was laughing so hard at. But he cut the end of it off, so I called him out for shit glassware again. But it's okay. I love him.
1, Denver and Lily. 2,
Not shit glassware.
not shit glassware.
Well, no, because it's the ones I use like all the
Yeah.
time. So other than mine, but
There we go.
there we go. I feel better now.
I feel that.
Well, now I don't actually have any branded
Oh yeah, because
bourbons.
you broke one and then I broke one.
Did I break one? No, the bottom. No, Denver broke it. He was like, "That one's going to Jez."
Anyway.
Sorry, no.
That was sad. That was very sad.
Very sad. This moist, no more. Very disappointing. It is a bottle of Blade and Bow, 91 proof, 45.5% ABV. Thank you, darling. Non-age stated, New Chart American Oak, and an undisclosed mash bill. Not available in Australia, but in the US, it's going to set you back about $50. Depends where you go. I know in the last 2 times I've been there, 2018 and 22.
Yes.
This year, both have been $50 a unit. So,
It is a weighted mash bill.
it is a weighted mash
So
bill.
it's not, well, it's known.
No, it is, and it's just like undisclosed. Like I'd like to go for percentages, but we all know it is wheated. Jakob on the pause.
Give myself a little one.
A bit of a dribble there.
Damn it.
Look at you go.
Dribbled just like I dribbled now.
What are you doing? How did I just walk?
I don't even know how that happened.
JC a lick. Daddy, thank you.
It's like a nice little aftershave.
I don't even know how that happened. Thank you. It smells like maple donuts.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
It's amazing.
Most aggressive pop.
Yeah. Get it.
I was like trying to be steady. I was like, it's not coming out. No, no, fuck. Oh.
You're like holding the glass over you and you're like, yeah, I'm trying to shake it in there. Literally.
Like, you know how gravity works, right?
I would have cried of laughter if that cork came off and it was just like...
It smells good though.
It smells
It actually
It
smells
smells
good.
amazing on my face, so...
smells like caramel corn.
Title of my sex tape. Caramel corn too, I like that. Anyway, it is a great start to this episode. I love it. Blade & Bow is the child of the well-known distillery Stitzel Weller. Now, as covered last week, Stitzel Weller closed its doors in 91, but reopened in 2014 when Diageo bought it for an undisclosed amount of money.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, probably like $15. All of the money. Especially those old, because 2014, so they would have ditched all those old Pappy barrels too, because 2013 was the last one. Very interesting. Okay. They're just doing the numbers in my head.
Didn't buy any stock, they just bought the name in.
Yeah, they just obviously bought the name, because they would have been cleaning up. 2002 was when they started that collab with Buffalo Trace and Pappy, so it's a good time. So in 2015, Stitzel Weller, aka Diageo, announced that this product was launched as part of their core range and part of their American whiskey portfolio. Now, the name Blade & Bow comes from two parts of the key. Let me see if I have a... So here is my Whiskefy one that I picked up, 2022. Whiskefy X USA 2022, right there. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. I wouldn't say it's beautiful. It goes okay. Now, keys is some of the keys I've collected. You guys can have a...
Aren't there 5 keys or something?
Yeah, so there's 5 keys. Now, have a look at that.
That's the key for the whiskey dungeon.
Yes.
Key 3, key...
I have key 5 here, and it's just on that blade there. Just where your fingers are. Flip it over.
Key 1.
Key 1? No, other side. Let me get a special one.
Yeah,
Key 1. Okay,
1, 3,
cool.
5.
So 1, 3, and 5. So now these keys are representing. Sorry, Blade & Bow represents the obviously blade of the key, and bow is in the bow and handle of the key.
Ah,
Makes sense.
did not know that.
Yeah, good price.
Now, those keys are hung around every bottle, as y'all can see here. The numbers 1 to 5 actually mean something, weirdly enough.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah, well, that's they don't just do things for marketing. Well, they do, actually. Everyone's a bit of a marketing whore.
Or just a whore. Yeah.
Or just a whore.
Either or.
Don't talk about Cass like that. She sounds like a nice lady. Those keys 1 to 5 represent grains, yeast, fermentation, distillation, and aging. Now, you will find those 5 keys on the logo of every bottle.
cap.
And on the front,
Yep.
it's just their core logo right there.
Oh, it's all around the bottom too.
And it is...
Chilled, aged, inspired, crafted.
Yeah, it's just marketing stuff, but it is a very pretty bottle. That is one thing that kind of drew me to it. Straight off the bat, when I tried it as well, it's just like... Excuse me. Glorious. Beautiful presentation.
Yeah.
But the Blade & Bow does use the Solera aging system, so there's a little bit of old juice in there, a little bit of new stuff, and we all know how Solera goes in Australia because Bundy and Benley love it.
And previously Starlight as well.
Oh, and Gospel too.
Yes.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
So Aussie distilleries are known for it because it's a good way to push the product out. But I'm not here to throw shade. Depends what we're talking about. Now, guys, on the nose.
As I said before.
You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
As I said before, like caramel corn, like fresh caramel corn that.
Yeah, just super sweet.
Super sweet, super corny. Wow, surprised.
Yeah.
Some vanilla.
Yeah.
Some.
It's very, very classic, but
Yeah. A very standard weeded bourbon. The snicker from the audience.
Yeah, I love filming with a live studio audience because I know if I've gone too spicy. Because it's normally like a... Like yes, you can hear that, and I normally enhance that in the back audio there. So.
Actually, it does have a.
What? So what do you get on the sniffy sniff?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, how long have you been waiting to use that? Because we're gonna.
Oh, is that
That's what happened with.
the sniffy sniff? Go for it.
Your sniffy sniff. You covered it like well. It's like, as you said, super corny.
Bit of a swishy swish.
Yeah, a bit of a
swishy swish.
swishy swish.
Swishy swish.
The boys are referencing like early Whiskefy videos where it looks like Cass has held me hostage in the back of the van and I'm filming whiskey videos
In the back streets of some abandoned warehouse.
Yeah. Set up the casting couch there and it's just like
So we casting couch. It's one of those like fold out chairs.
Yeah, it's just a camping.
Really old ones. Like the white has turned like cream because it's that gross. Yeah.
100%.
it's been overused. No, you're right, like
A little bit of spice there, like not nothing too strong, but just a little bit that cuts it a little bit.
I kind of want to like straight off back want to put it in the same category as where we had Redwood bourbon, where it was just like classic bourbon notes there. So it's just like there's nothing fancy going on the nose. It's just like heap of corn, heap of caramel, heap of that sweetness there.
Yeah, plenty of sweetness.
So I'm looking for even like a cherry or like a fruitiness to it.
Yeah,
Just,
it's nice.
Like I was trying to look for like I normally get like the orangish note
Yeah.
and weeded stuff, but I'm not getting that here.
it's just very inoffensive but nice. Like it's an
Yeah.
inviting nose. It's approachable, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
It's just good.
It's approachable, sure, yeah.
but that $50 mark is a little high for like the US bourbons even for like around that mark and because it says straight, so it's at least 2 years old.
Nice, yeah.
And then using Solera, it's
Essentially a vatting or a blend, however you
Yeah.
want to word it. With 2 to X years.
I'm not even getting like any oak on the
No,
nose there.
it's-
Like it's literally nothing going on, which is really disappointing because last time we tried it, it's obviously opened up a lot more since I've popped it. Like I've got another bottle down there, another bottle up there, but it's just really sweet.
Because I was kind of expecting, like, because of the Solera thing, that it was going to there's going to quite a lot of young juice in there, so you're going to get maybe a green apple or like that, like, you know, citrusy maybe on certain end of it, but it's not. It's a very safe whiskey.
It's very safe.
It's a very safe nose.
But then again, it's Diageo.
Yeah. Like
Also,
the king of
Diageo is safe whiskey, whether it's
Yeah.
all their Scotch stuff is just
Yeah.
safe, reliable, will sell. For a Diageo product, it's a little high priced.
Whoa. Will sell, excuse you. Look at all the Game of Thrones stuff they released. That did not sell.
Because nobody wants a Game of Thrones Johnny Walker.
Well, they had the 3 Johnny Walkers, then they did all the collabs with the 8 other distilleries, and then didn't sell.
They looked about it.
Yeah, they 100% they
But
looked
they
better.
were marked up. Again, I guess it's Diageo marking something up. For the
Yeah.
gimmick. Which I guess this is a weeded bourbon, so they marked it up because of the gimmick of it being Stitzel Weller.
When you
Yeah.
buy Stitzel Weller, you're going to cash in on it, right? You're going to
Yeah,
try and
of
go down
course.
the route of getting some money back from just the name. But
You know, nose and palate, same. You get caramel, vanilla, a little bit of like baking spice, a bit of warm bread notes. It's just
I'm getting like even sherbet.
a
Just on the
sherbet.
nose, yeah. Like a hint, like I don't know if it was like me thinking about that orange, but
Like a Whiskefy sherbet.
yeah, but like a little bit of
there's
like
something there.
Yeah.
Because it was, I was like spark, like a little bit, like I don't know, like something that just cuts it a little bit.
could be the dust of like the 22 they're blending back, but
The finish is short.
Short but fine.
Yeah.
The palate is just what the nose wants you to think it is, right? Just super approachable, super sweet. There's nothing in there that's super offensive. Like if you're new to whiskey and you pick that up, you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, there's
But I think if you're probably a seasoned drinker, like I'd enjoy drinking that. Like it's still decent. Price is a bit.
yeah, it's a bit
Just
high
like
for
that.
like considering like not available in Australia. So if I was to import a bottle,
Because what else have you got? 45. And then Eagle Rise 45. Eagle Rise better than that.
What?
Eagle Rare is 30, 35 US, 10 years of age. It's not a weighted though. Special Reserve would be your closest competitor. Well,
The-
Special Reserve, it's another weighted.
That'd be a good comparison.
it should landed probably be like 240 in Australia. like if I'm directly importing it, but if Diageo is bringing it in, it'd be like 150.
Yeah, you double it and then add tax.
Yeah.
So 2.5. Well, it could even hit the 125, so that way it would be directly competing with Weller.
125. It's not bad.
Aussie 100 to
125 could work. Because it's just good. It's just an easy sipper, right? Like you're not gonna. If you want something to challenge you or something that's gonna like really blow you away, this is probably not it. But if you want something in that category of daily sipper kind of thing, and like this probably falls in there quite nicely.
Why don't we put up against the Redwood Bourbon then?
Yeah, do you have a special reserve on?
Yeah, I've got a special reserve, and I've got a special reserve has a funky label, so grab that. Good stuff.
And the Redwood as well.
You're right. She'll be a bit bitey. And I'll grab the Redwood Reserve. No, she'll be back here. That's right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll
grab that.
Whiskefy bar.
Whiskefy.
What are they called? Oh no, it was Pipe Dream. I'm colourblind, so I don't give the.
Oh, just the. Well, that's not a weeded, but still.
No, but like
inoffensive.
The Redwood and the Redwood bar.
Oh, that only makes sense. Thank you, Sam. Look at you guys doing all the legwork. Just on the. Like it's a really.
This is thinner.
Yeah.
Just off the nose alone. This is thinner. This is more warmth to it. This is a bit brighter. You get a bit of the citrus on the nose, but it's thinner.
That feels mustier.
This does.
Yeah. Bit like a nice word.
Oh.
Bit more
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. So just kind of going for a direct comparison there, because that's South Trade, Diageo, and even. But $75 it.
By South Trade, Sazerac for the US.
Sorry, Sazerac. Yes. I was like,
that's got the like the youth in it now. To me, that jumps out on that more than that, which makes me think that this is older.
This is more youth.
Yeah. On the palate, there's like a green apple in it.
All right, I want to go like
yeah, that does have a musty note to it. I've never picked that before.
But on the palate, I got more. More youth in it.
But so with Redwood, they are using sourced barrels, so it'll be like older MGP.
It's 4 to 12 is the bourbon.
Yeah, probably.
Years old.
At least 4 years, but I think I wrote back. Yeah, right.
So you got a 45, 45, 45.5.
Yeah, so we're in and around the. I would have from tasting the Weller, I would have guessed that was 40. She's really thin.
Oh, you've got the body.
Yeah, I got a funky label on it.
Yeah, I swear it's a 45.
I didn't even. You're probably right.
I think it's a bit like the Weller's more spiky on the, especially on the nose. It's a bit more, it's a bit less well-rounded.
Amber, can you do a fact check for us on the Weller Special Reserve, please?
It is. Oh yeah, I always got what the ABV is.
It's 40.
I get a metallic note on Weller Special Reserve, but I don't get in any other Weller. But it's the. It's a bit like shiny.
That's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, very
interesting.
45.
Yeah,
45, yeah, okay.
I didn't really fancy Blade and Bow in that, but
I think this is.
I think it's actually probably my pick of the three.
Oh, I was like, I'd put.
I agree. I think that's my pick. It'd go this, and that.
Yeah, because Special Reserve sitting definitely at the bottom for me.
It just feels like the least well-rounded. Like it just feels a bit spikier than the other two. Like this feels like super off, especially compared to those two. It feels really balanced. Like the nose is super sweet, but there's nothing like offensive on there. There is a little bit more spice on that than the rest.
That's cool.
And then yeah,
price wise, what's that US? $20 to $30 or whatever.
If you
That's
could
50. That's
Yeah.
30, doesn't it?
Because how available is Blade and Bow in the US?
It's everywhere.
Okay. Well then, because especially it's not. You know,
Well,
if you get it for 30, you're happy, right?
Yeah.
So I walked into Stitzel Weller and the shelves were lined with it. I went to like Liquor Barn in Kentucky and they had some there. So I was like, cool, it's at least distributed.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not like I wasn't seeing a huge price change over the times I went. So
yeah, it's my pick of the three. I was surprised by that. I thought I was gonna definitely thought I was gonna like that more. These two I wasn't so sure about.
No, I knew that was going to be my bottom. do not like Special Reserve at all. I just find it shiny, a bit metallic, a weird lemon, not necessarily, or lemonish citrus rather than an orangey citrus. Just tastes young compared to especially the other one.
Yeah, okay. But someone not trying like what was before it, yeah.
This is like a cooler taste. This is warmer, and that's also warmer.
Okay. So
I really like the nose on this.
Yeah.
I actually like the palate off the back of the two as well. Like I said before, nothing is like jumps out like it. It's just caramel overload, a little bit of vanilla, tiny little bit of spice, short finish. But it's, you know, if you want a easy sipper, it's really pretty good. I'm like at $40 US, I'll probably buy that every day because it is good. $50 is a bit of a stretch, but
yeah, especially when you think of other $50 to $60 US bottles.
At the moment, they're really struggling with getting bottles to it. Like, I was messaging Jeremy from Barstools and Bourbon today, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he's no longer chasing releases because they're just so hard to get. Yeah, like we were talking about the Four Roses 21 that Kia poured for us, and he said there was 14,000 bottles last year. Come 22 this year, there was 10,000 bottles released. So,
and it was younger, wasn't it too? Like a younger
I'm not over that. So, interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Originally, I would have said it would have been a bar, but after having a lineup, I'd say it's a bar.
I think like it depends. Like if that lands in Australia for 120, 130, maybe even 150, I'd probably buy it because I like the bottle. I like branding. I think Whiskey Inside's good, and it'd be good to see it here.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that, like 200 plus, I'm like no chance. So if the price is right, yeah.
Oh yeah, the price is right. If it's 120, 125, 130, yes. If it's 150, there's other things I prefer to buy.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Okay.
And I won't buy any.
But even so 150 is a direct comparison against Redwood. So, and then it's like but we also said that we're going to buy the Burai over the Bourbon anyway, but
the Lost Monarch and the Emerald I'd buy over Bourbon every day.
Yeah. But for someone that's looking to jumping in anyway, still that 150 mark isn't a stretch these days, considering that Eagle Rare is sitting at 115 at Uncle Dan's at the moment.
Yeah. And I think you buy like when you're buying that, you're getting a wheated bourbon. I mean, there is still cheaper bottles, but
are they
less of them.
Are they as good? And you can't find even that. So if Diageo was taking over distribution in Australia for Blade and Bow, we'd see it alongside Bullet, because Bullet is
Diageo.
like A, Diageo, B, jammed in shelves.
Yeah, everywhere.
So compared to South Trade, where they're being cucks and holding all the Weller back. So
yeah, definitely 1, 2, 3. Definitely.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm getting almost like a mouldy orange nose now, which is completely turning me off it.
It's just
and we can have that.
Super sweet.
Thank you. I love the orange, like mouldy orange nose.
But yeah, it's sweet.
Super approachable. Like, just good stuff. Like for what I'd buy it for, I'm all in for it.
It reminds me a lot of Blanton's. The original.
100%.
Blanton's original. In terms of
100%.
just straight down the middle sweetness, nothing too complex, a good looking bottle, a little gimmick. You got 5 keys, you got 7 toppers.
Yeah.
Very easy to drink. You can make an old fashioned with it. You can put it in a cocktail. It's not gonna.
I've got the SR, but do you want to pour some SR or?
No, I mean.
But even then, you're like talking 10 proof points difference. So.
But I love lemons for sipping it. So I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
And you?
And yeah, I guess
you bought 3.
Yeah, I bought 3. I love it. There's like a special tasting memory there where like I got to go at the back and try some Rhetoric 25, and it was at Stitzel Weller, so yeah, my Rhetoric's behind my head.
Did you try the 23, 22?
Yeah, we did pour out the 22 as well at your place. So
oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, so
and that beat the 23.
And it beat the Pappy 23.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
it's I guess it's good stuff. So yeah, I guess these gents are buy. Okay, I'll put it up like this. What would be your price point for Australia then? Because I know you guys like covered it, but you reckon just under 150?
Yeah.
I think if I could pick a price, I go 120ish. I think it's probably.
That's what I'd say. 120, 125 would be a sweet spot for me.
120 Uncle Dan's.
Yeah.
Or like special retailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
At 120 Dan's.
It will be down to it. Like, if they're
Yeah.
going to go.
And if it was at a special retailers, I'd push it up to $149.99.
To be fair, like, it makes me optimistic because I'm like, Dan's have dropped some. There's been some decent stuff come to Dan's recently, and the price has been pretty good. And you look at the old Ezra when that comes, like that's 120.
And
115 for the one. Shit, what is she? I think she's 115.
Yeah.
Oh, 117. 115 for 117.
Given the Clyde Mares 13, 15 years, the pricing is like
$199, $249.
Yeah.
Which is for 13, 15, both at what was it, 57 and 60%, whatever it is.
Yeah. Did see 9 bottles of the
Still heaps
120. Yeah. So people aren't buying, which is good for us. So keep that secret on lock.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. We actually, how are we doing for time? We haven't even 30. Perfect. 3 minutes to go till 30. That's gonna be amazing edit. Can't wait. Yeah, the boys are out. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Jacob's pulled the pin. Yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this little cheeky lineup as well. It's an interesting kind of price point to cover, considering that if this is coming in at number 1, this is coming in at number 2. Definitely check this out because that is our next available for Australia. But anyway, thank you. Love you. Stay thirsty. I'm Jez. That's JC. Jacob's fucked off. So
Fuck you,
dick.
Oh wow.
Peace. Well, if someone could have given me a wave at the fucking start of my marriage, that would have been nice. It's a reminder
Mirror should
to
have
end
been an
it.
indication.
Is that enough spice for you?